Hey there, welcome to Abundant Home Living. I'm so glad that you're watching. Today, I have a recipe that's so easy, I call it biscuits in no time. Let's head to the kitchen and get started. Welcome to the Abundant Home Living kitchen. We're gonna make biscuits in no time, and you're gonna love them. First, preheat your oven to 450 degrees. Next, grease your pan. You can use spray or Crisco for this, but I love to use butter. Not only is it easy to spread, I really like the crispy texture and the golden brown color that it gives to the bottom of the biscuits. No matter what medium you use to coat your pan, you just want to make sure there's an even layer. All the corners and the sides are covered, and that is going to keep your biscuits from sticking anywhere in the pan. Next, pour 2 cups of white lily self-rising flour into your bowl. Take the back of your hand and move it around the bowl to create a well in the center of your flour. Your only other ingredient for this fabulous recipe is 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, and you want to pour it into the center of that flour where you made your well. Now take your hand and move along the side of the bowl to toss the flour over into the liquid until it's absorbed. Then you'll use your hand to continue to mix until it creates a firm ball of dough for your biscuits. Sometimes there's extra flour in the bowl and it gets a little dry, so you may have to add some liquid to the mixture. You just kind of have to judge this as to how much flour is left in the bowl and how dry or moist your texture of your dough is. So after you feel like you've kneaded it completely and there's not a lot of excess, you're going to want to move it to a flat surface. I use my cutting board for this, and I covered it with flour because sometimes when you're working with dough, your hands get sticky or the surface can be sticky, so the flour protects against that. Now I press the dough and fold it, and I do this process 2 or 3 times. You can also take your dough and roll it out with a rolling pin, and then use a biscuit cutter or the top of a glass to cut perfectly sized biscuits. I prefer to make them by hand because I honestly love the character of them when I pull them out of the oven, and they have creases, and some parts are browner on the top. I love the character of each biscuit. And these today I made, the biscuits are fairly small size. Sometimes I make like 6 huge cat head biscuits and those are fun. They're great for company if you're serving folks breakfast. But you can press out the round in your hand, or you can make a ball and then put it over into the pan and then press down with the back of your hand. You just want to make sure if there's anywhere that the dough is really separated that you just kind of pinch it together. Some separation is great, and the rough texture is good too, and that's because that is what gives the biscuits such character. And you'll see mine had a lot of it. So continue to pat out the dough and make your dough balls and put them into the pan. I'm always left with this one little bit of dough, but I love it because it makes a taster biscuit for me. I can kind of judge how much it's cooking compared to the other larger biscuits, and honestly I like having the little baby. So after you get all of those into the pan, I like to put a little bit of extra cream on the top. Not a lot, don't let it pool. But just a little bit of moisture, a little bit of fat to put on the top of the biscuit so that they brown really nicely. after you get them all situated in the pan and they all have a little cream on the top, then you're gonna place them in the oven. They need to cook for 15 minutes, but according to your oven, it could be a little more than that. I checked these and they weren't brown enough on top, so I put them in for a little longer. There's the finished product. They're beautiful, and there's my baby biscuit, and it was delicious. It's such an easy recipe, y'all, and they make enough for you to have them for a couple of days. My husband patiently waited while I made these, and so this is his breakfast. We like just butter on the biscuit. Sometimes I do a little sausage patty for him to take for breakfast on his work days. But I hope that you have enjoyed watching this demonstration of biscuits in no time. Pretty amazing, right? Biscuits in no time. I hope that you'll try this recipe. If you like this video, give me the thumbs up and subscribe so that anytime I put out content, you're the first to know about it. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope that you're living abundantly.